Here is Danny, and today I have a video about tons of unreleased items from Battlefield 5. Like 2 entire maps that we know of and weapons and equipment. And with the game not getting any new content anymore, I'd say it is pretty safe to say that these items won't make its way into Battlefield 5 anymore, which is a shame. But first, let me talk to you about this screen that I recently got from BenQ. The BenQ EX2710. It is a 1080p 27-inch screen that runs at 144 Hz, so it is perfect for esports titles or something like the Xbox Series S, which doesn't have the higher resolution output from its more boxy brother, but it still supports the higher refresh rates like in Dirt 5. It has HDR support, FreeSync, and one of my favorite features in the monitor, Black Equalizer, which increases the brightness of dark spots, meaning that campers in dark corners of Battlefield 5 are less invisible, so you can actually shoot them, which is good. Maybe it is not as great for pixel precise photo editing, but you probably won't get a gaming monitor for that anyway. And now back to the other thing I wanted to make a video about. A developer who worked at DICE LA has uploaded some artwork he made for the scrapped 5v5 mode and the other maps that DICE LA worked on. There is drawings of maps that are actually released, like Provence or Mercury, but also pictures of a 5v5 version of Rotterdam, set somewhere during fall at a graveyard. The in-game files confirm that there were brown leaves, like on the picture, but there was also audio for a fountain. Looking at the name, it probably reused assets from Rotterdam, and maybe the outside of Operation Underground 2, but that is just speculating. And there is some more artwork for another 5v5 map. This one seems to be inspired by cascades, with the allies trying to climb a cliff. I know some people thought at first that it is points to Hock from D-Day, but the files say something different. Once again, we got the file names for CMP cascades and some audio with a name that sounds like this. And even though we have the map right now, El Mar Encampment looked different, for example with this crashed plane in the canyon. There is some extra shots from the pre-reworked version of the map too, a version we will never see, because it was intended for the 5v5 mode. These were two of the characters that you could use, while the outfits are in game now, their faces aren't, which is a shame. So that is two maps that we never got. Another thing we won't get is the LAD MG, accidentally released in the test range a patch ago. Now they sadly removed it again. The files of course are still in the game, but because the gun was active on the test range, I got some lovely high quality gameplay of it. It was the only MMG that could actually aim down sight. But because that would have been fun, it is cancelled. And there's a bunch of other guns too, like the Sterling SMG and the Lanchester SMG. Then there's the M1917 Sniper, which was in Battlefield 1 already. And the Panzerschreck, one of the most famous World War II launchers that didn't make it in the game. The former Stop Auto, also from Battlefield 1. And the MP1912 Storm, which also came from Battlefield 1, however this has no extra recoil. And this is a new one, the Bangalore Torpedo, fully animated but crashes after being used. There are multiple healing items from Firestorm, like this syringe with morphine and this healing EpiPen thing, whatever it was, and an armor box. There was a mortar with multiple elites calling them out too.
Enemy mortar!
Happy that thing never made it in because mortars suck. There were also multiple traders that you could hook behind the vehicle that would give you ammo, health or repairs. They have been in the game since day 1 but deleted in patch 6.2. No idea why they didn't make it in, because they seemed fine. There are lots of unnamed outfits too, multiple medic outfits, including face masks. Should have been a free giveaway with all these corona memes. They don't have a name and I got them from ArtStation. Like, there is a lot of them. Think about all that money DICE has spent to make money, but they never managed to get it in, so it was just wasted. There's also these two pretty controversial outfits. Everyone's favorite Chinese New Year outfit called Lunar Celebration for the Americans. And then there is this one, the Uncle Sam, where people got angry because he had his flag like this. For the 5v5 modes there were of course a lot of other things too, like a radar jammer, which probably works like in Black Ops, where it jams the minimap. An MMG emplacement, you know, those things you can build as a support, but now you can place them on more places. And you could build your own barbed wire. There was also a Goliath mine, no idea how that was supposed to work in the game. There were these three teams: the Army Rangers, the SAS Raiders and the Devil's Brigade. This was seen in a trailer already, but there were multiple weapon decals you could put on your weapons. Once again, it was killed by DICE. Now for the vehicles. While I did a dedicated video on some of these already, the link is of course in the description, but we got fully functional self-propelled guns like the German Hummel. The Churchill Avre is another one, just like the Bishop and the Grill SPG. But like I said, a more in-depth gameplay video is in the description. There was also a torpedo attachment for the Japanese Kami tank and a Japanese float plane, which could have been fun and of course had a film model but was never seen in game. There is also some modes like Conquer and Destroy, Invasion, Warzone, Gun Game and a competitive version of Squad Conquest and way more. There is tons of vehicle and weapon skins too, like this orange promotional tank skin that was used by SBS for the World Cup in Germany, to celebrate the Dutch matches against them. The 5v5 mode also had a decent amount of exclusive skins, like the Commando weapon set and the Tripoli, but the Tripoli one is actually released. There's also tons and tons of pistol skins for the 1911 and revolver, never to be seen in the game. They seem all to be based on the other types of skin that are already in the game, like the Blues, the Jaeger, patches, etc. I also found this 1911 on the bottom of a lake. It's all rusty now, but if you clean it, you can see that there is also a golden pistol skin. No idea why we never actually got him, it's just so stupid to have all that stuff hidden away in the files, in a game that so desperately needs content. And there is multiple scrapped Easter eggs, of which one has still the files in the game, so maybe we can get it somehow, I don't know. And there is one that is far too big to explain in this video, so time for a sequel, but it has to do with the map Mercury. For the rest there was a Garrote that didn't work in game, but you could actually see it in action in the review trailer. Some reinforcements got a mention in the files, like the M21 mortar carrier, the M15 special, the Stuka Zevus or whatever, and the flak wagon. Also, for some reason, the T-34 recently got a winter and desert skin, while it is only being used on the Pacific and such. Wonder why that was done. There is also this American skin with the flag and stars on it. But the Germans have these winter outfits. Wonder what they would be used for. And yeah, that's the majority of the big stuff that I know, but I might have missed some things, so let me know in the comments if I did, and I might make a video on that too. Most of the content here is either via me with Frosty, or favorite Vouwdikker Temporal, a Chinese lad named 10,000 RMB, and the developers their ArtStation accounts. Hope you all had a lovely Christmas, depending on where in the world you watch this, and of course when you did. But hey, that is all I got for now. Subscribe for more. This was Danny and I see you on the battlefield.